Welcome to the tutorial on how to use the Rude Bets MLB simulator. It is finally here. So once again, just like the NBA simulator, all you do is you just type in the names of the teams. So Oakland versus Detroit. All right, and now it pre-populates a lot of stuff. So let's go over kind of what to look at and how to properly use the simulator. First and foremost, we have our predicted score. This is still a work in progress currently, but what we're doing is we're predicting the score for each team and then assigning a win probability for each team. So in this case, we're giving the Detroit Tigers a 55% chance, which is an implied odds of minus 120. So if you see, minus 105, then you know that it's good value to take Detroit at minus 105. But if you were to see like Detroit minus 165, you probably would want to stay away from taking Detroit on the money line because our guess at the predicted score has the implied value of minus 120. We also have the first 5 runs, so if you want to look at kind of what the first 5 total is, or if you want to see which team you want to take for the first 5, you can do that here as well. And then at the bottom, just the total runs, so we're projecting about 7.62 total runs. The over-under for this game is probably around 7.5 or 8.5, so you can kind of make your choices determined on that. Next thing you notice right here is the home run ballpark factor. So this is a live updating factor based on the current weather at the home stadium. So 1 meaning it is, standard for the home run ball. Anything above 1 would mean that there's a boost in potential home runs, and anything below 1 is there are less home runs to be had. So in this case, we're looking at 0.69 as the home run factor. So about a 31% decrease in home runs based on the weather. So wind must be blowing pretty heavily in Detroit. Also the air factor. So if it's less humid, the ball won't travel as far, things like that. So that number means there's less home runs to be had today in this matchup at Detroit. So next thing you know, let's scroll down to the first team. So Oakland. In the blue here are all the data points that you would want on the starting pitcher. And in the pink are kind of the team totals, including the bullpen stats. So these aren't extremely necessary or relevant except for the team home runs allowed. That's something you're going to want to look at. But for the starting pitcher, we have his hand that he throws with, so right-handed. Projected innings pitched, projected strikeouts, so 4.51. Projected hits allowed, so about 6 hits he's going to give up. 2 walks. He's going to face about 23 batters in these 5.1 innings. Projected outs, pitching outs, 15. And then he's projected to only give up about 0.38 home runs and 2.68 earned runs. So this number is pretty important if you're looking at taking home run plays. If you see a pitcher who is closer to 1, then you might want to look at taking the opponent for a home run. But if they're this low at 0.38, Paul Blackburn's likely not going to give up a home run, especially with this 0.69 factor. So looking at the batting lineup, so we have our confirmed lineup. So this is the batting order with the projected number of at-bats. So this is an important thing to look at, especially if you're looking at hit props. Right here, you can see no one on Oakland is projected to take more than 4 at-bats, meaning they probably won't be getting on base too much to allow some of these top guys to get a 5th at-bat. Next to that is the projected hits number. And next to that is the projected home run probability. This is an important number. So I personally like to look for, if I'm looking at taking a guy for a home run prop, I want to see something above 25% at a minimum. So no one on Oakland would be really someone that I would want to look at for a home run. This is the expected odds based on that probability. So another thing, if you want to cross-reference the odds that you're looking at on the book, to see if you're getting any sort of value there. That's what this is used for. So, Ryan Noda for a home run, we would expect the odds of the book to be plus 1,100 essentially. Zach Gelof, plus 512, so on and so forth. Projected total bases, projected RBIs, runs plus RBIs, projected walks. So if you want to take a guy to get a walk, Ryan Noda might be a good guy to take. He's got a 60% chance to get a walk here essentially. Projected strikeouts, he's projected to strike out 1.35 times, stolen bases, and then hits plus runs plus RBIs. So the bullpen stats down here, I guess these are just more for the general outputs. You don't really need to look at them for anything. But yeah, that is a general breakdown. So let's look at another game here real quick. So let's look at Miami versus the Cardinals. And let's see if we can find someone with a good home run prop. Nothing great. I guess Ivan Herrera, 26% chance. So you're looking at a plus 282 implied odds. So if you were to see Ivan Herrera at, plus 500 on your book, you're getting some value there. That's kind of what I mean by looking for value based on our implied odds compared to the book. If it says NA, that just means there's no data points. So Mason Wynn, Victor Scott, they don't have any home runs against a left-handed pitcher. And same thing for any of these that aren't populating. It is because this person does not have any stats yet. It's too early in the season to populate statistics for this person. But yeah, that's a breakdown of the MLB sim. That's everything you really need to know. Just some tips and tricks here. I like to personally look for rounding down, right? So Luis Arias, let's say his hit total is over 1.5. Well, I'm projecting him at 1.42, which means I'm projecting him at one hit. You can be confident that he's going to get one hit. Same with Josh Bell. 1.1, we're projecting he's going to get about one hit. Jake Berger, 0.97 hits. This is a great example. If you're looking at Jake Berger over 0.5 hits, so to get one hit, I wouldn't take it because it is not rounded down to 1. We'd be rounding up to get to 1, which I would not advise doing. Same goes for all the other stat categories. So hits, runs, RBIs, always round down. So 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, right? So that's how you should properly use this. Same goes for total bases. Josh Bell, 2, Luis Arias, 1. Round down, do not round up. And yeah, that is my tips and tricks for how to use the RudeBets MLB sim, and I hope you guys enjoy it.